Okay. At the end of the stream. Confirm and go live. Back again. Another day, another stream. Let me open it a little bit. Everything's good. Do I have my phone? Yeah. Let's see. It's right here. Okay. All right. I've still got to do like 0 promo for these. And it's daily, it's every single day. So yeah, today discussion is, what is a friend? What is a friend? That's the discussion for today. I can't speak. What is a friend? And you know what, to be honest, some days I should try and not use the whiteboard as much, you know? Or no. Should probably just yap. But the whiteboard is a good tool though. Every stream is still an experiment, to be honest. Seeing what works best and what doesn't work. So, what is a friend? I don't know if you heard that, but I don't know what that was. That was like a loud bang. Probably like a beam or something. Wasn't that loud? Wasn't that loud? Every single time I start stream, that's when someone wants to call me. And I think I probably might have to do go regardless. Give me 1 second. It's funny how we're doing a stream on what is a friend, and my dad literally needs me right now. Otherwise, he'll be stuck outside in the cold. So I need to go get him up. From where is that? I did say I was busy, but he was like, yeah, it's gonna be like 30 minute wait. That's a shame. Anyway, I'm not gonna end the stream. Because I did say I'll be here. What I'm gonna do is try put big text on the screen. So just say, be right back. Intermission. Because I said I was gonna be here for an hour every day. Oh, hold on. That's not where it's meant to be. Wait, give me 1 second. Give me just 1 second. It's meant to be over here. Okay. Oh, this was the other day's topic. I'll just save this. Save it. It's a disk. Let's see. I already saved it. Okay, cool. How do I delete? How do I delete? Here we go. It's canvas. Okay, I'll say be right off. RIGHT back. Right? I'll be right back and I'll mute. I could be like as long as 30 minutes. But I'll try to go as fast as possible because my dad needs me right now. So at least it's still live, still on. I'll be back. There's still someone here. Right. Right. I'm back. I am back. Okay. What is a friend? Let's get into it. Firstly, for me, I have this like very strange idea about friendship. It's very weird. It's like, for me, and the way I think, right, to dissect my thought or how I think about friends is like, I think loyalty is like a key theme to a friend. Loyalty, right? Where it's not like, oh, no matter what you do, like we're still no, but it's like loyalty in terms of I'm loyal to making sure you're the best possible version of yourself you can be at all times. That's the type of loyalty I mean. And it's also loyal to leave someone if they don't want to change. It's actually quite normal. In my opinion, like that's in my head. Right? Because people change. They do. I think I'm going in multiple directions with this. Looking at it from a negative direction, I don't know why. Let's look at it from a positive direction instead of like being all down. What is a friend? Well, friendship is a certain type of relationship anyway. It's a mutual acceptance of the closeness of two parties, right? So it's mutual. They both friends accept how right, so it's mutual. So both friends accept how close each of them are. But now if I was to think about friendship, right? How close does two people have to be in order to, for me, and this is not for everyone, how close do two people have to be in order to call themselves friends? How close? And also, how did you guys become friends? I think the level of closeness, the why, because the why can be multiple reasons. I still haven't got rid of that. I'm sorry. Listen, look. I'm very sorry. But trust, I keep saying this, but don't worry, I will get rid of it. I will get rid of it. I will. So level of closeness. Did I say mutually accepted? Is that what I said? Can't remember. That just distracted me. So level of closeness, mutual acceptance. Oh, that's the same thing. Level of closeness, mutual acceptance. What else what did I just say? You see, this is why I have the whiteboard. What did I just say? I can't remember. But anyway, we have level of closeness, something else I said, and then what else signifies that? Oh, two parties are friends. I was said the reason why they became friends in the first place. So the reason and the level of closeness, and then the reason could develop over time, and could be ever changing, right? Because the more you know someone, I guess the more you find out. But when you sort of, I guess, interact with someone for the first time, or meet someone, or get acquainted, or sort of hear about someone, where's that juncture? Where's that? Okay, we're now friends. Because me, I don't do the thing of best friends, closest friends, this and this and this. I don't friend. It's all same category. Friend is friend. You can't chill with some friends more than you can with others. But in my opinion, the overarching thing is just friendship, right? And you can know someone for like less than a week and they can be your friend. You can know someone for like 10 years and they won't be your friend. So it's not a matter of like time. It's not just time's gonna run its I meet you today, time's gonna run its course, we're gonna become friends eventually, obviously, because everybody's nice. No, that's not how it goes. Right? So if we're gonna dissect this, let's look at the ideal, right? What's this up again? What is a friend, right? This is why I use the whiteboard, because if I don't use the whiteboard, I'm all over the place. But maybe sometimes it's okay, right? I'm gonna try not to use the whiteboard for this one because this one is gonna keep changing. I think we're going to revisit this topic like a lot. What is a friend? Someone you go out of your way to share experiences with, right? You're like, no, instead of me doing this by myself, I want this person to do this as well with me because I trust them. Okay, so trust is also a factor in friendship. So trust, I guess, cycle, right? So a friendship cycle, a friendship life cycle. But the thing is, if someone's really a friend, they never, in my opinion, when someone's really a friend, they never stop being friends. Anything could always be reconciled. And I said that you can leave someone, but the thing is, when you someone your friend, that's your friend. Even if you stop speaking for like 2 decades, you can just come back and be like, oh yeah, just forget that those 2 decades never happened. So for me, a friend is a friend no matter what. So yeah, if I call somebody a friend, right? If I call somebody a friend, then thick and thin. What's the ideal friend? Because if we're talking about ideals, I think it's, well, obviously there is a form that is just the ideal for everything. There's a particular type of person that's the ideal. But I think the ideal friend is subjective. Definitely, that's one thing that's obviously subjective. And I believe that's the case. So let's take it in my perspective. What's the ideal friend? An ideal? An ideal. Okay, somebody has your back, right? At anything. Somebody has your back at anything and everything. Somebody that gives you space, right? Someone that annoys you. Friend has to be annoying before. Someone that inspires you, right? Someone that just makes you an overall well-rounded human being. But I said at the start, right? A friend is someone who aims to bring about the best in you at all times. It is at all times, without being a prick, obviously, about it. But to just sort of have a way, because if that person is your friend, they just know you so well that they have a way of speaking to you. Now, the distinction between a friend and like a brother, right? Like a relative, blood relative is because there is no like there's no connecting factor. It's like you guys, if things happen differently, you would have never known each other. Your brother, you have to, you know what I mean? So your friend is like, I'm doing it because I just, it's like, how do you explain it, right? I'm wishing for and actively pursuing to bring about the best in you simply because I'm your friend. Like, there's no, we were raised in the same house, did blah, 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 we grew up to thick and thin, but it's just simply because I'm your friend. That's all. That's the ideal, right? No strings attached, no nothing, just I am your friend. Obviously, friends can take advantage of you. They can, right? But then that is not really a friend. Well, how do you know those? Like, nobody's perfect, right? So if someone who you, I guess, called your friend took advantage of you and then apologized or whatever the case may be, then are they not your friend? That's the same thing with like the gap. It's like we fell out, right? Then there was this like big gap, but we're still friends. So how do you do it? What is a friend? What is a friend? I think for as long as I'm doing this, I can just keep coming back to this topic and just continuously like throw more things at it, because can it truly be defined? Hmm. What do we want out of this topic though? What is the conclusion we're trying to get? Let me give like a criteria, right? Let's say let's say there are people in your life and you're trying to pick, right? You're trying to pick who who you should be around more. Let's say out of 10 people in your life that has, I guess, friend friendly attributes to them, right? And you're trying to really sort of, I guess, decipher who is actually your friend, because it's sometimes hard to tell. Now, if this question is going in, okay, what are the 4 things you should notice? What are the 4 things they should do? It doesn't even have to be 4 things they should do. It's like, what are the 4 things you guys both do at the same level consistently to each other? It's like, it's a push and pull. It's not just, oh, okay, you're my friend because you always do this and this. And bro, there are people that will do so much for you, and you still be like, then you're a terrible friend because they want you to be their friend, right? Everybody has that person. Maybe not everybody. I don't know. Right now, I don't have very little friends. So, um, what are the 4 criteria? I think I already mentioned one. Loyalty, definitely, 100%. Loyalty just has your back all the time, no matter what, right? Um, what would be like a word for someone who is actively seeking the best in you? Motivating? I don't think so. Oh no, because it would be kind of annoying if your friend is just like a motivational speaker all the time, bro. Stop. It's I don't need that. I get that enough on reels. Um. So loyalty. Loyalty is all I have at the moment. What other words could fit the four criteria? Like loyalty is a big one. Is a very, 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 very big one. You have to be loyal. You have to be. But in this day and age where sort of the bar for loyalty is kind of low, how do you where does the bar for friendship change depending on the generation? I don't think so. I think there's a place. Now, how do you test loyalty? How do you know if somebody is loyal to you? Because I said you can become friends with someone in like a week, right? To be honest, sometimes you don't even need to know. Um, they don't need to prove it for you to know. Okay, loyalty. Second one is trust, right? Trust. Yeah, two attributes: loyalty and trust. Because they don't really have to prove themselves for you to know. You just trust them to be that person. So they need to be trustworthy. And I know this is vague, right? It's quite vague, but the four criteria: so loyalty, trustworthiness, um, perseverance keeps playing in my head. Like, what does that even mean? How can you attribute perseverance to somebody? Doesn't make sense. So I just keep like saying, okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense. So loyalty. Did I already forget the second one? Trust. I don't know. I don't know about caring. Caring would. I don't think it takes the top four to care. Sometimes you don't really need to care about the like small things to be friends with someone. If your friend is talking crap, you can just be like, I don't care. Hmm. What else? What else? What else? What else? I keep saying love. I also am thinking about like love, but like that's more like relationship, like romantic love. Like I think friendship just encapsulates love. Like love is like a more like a very very broad term, and friendship literally is like a what's it called? It's like an arm for like it's like love doesn't explain. It's love is not an attribute of friendship. Friendship is an attribute of. Or am I wrong? Maybe I could be. But yeah, love is more like a holistic word. Like love is like loyalty as well. Love is caring. Love is trust. You know, so love is a bigger word than friendship, right? So yeah, love is like a given if someone's your friend. So it's not part of four criteria, right? It's just like a filler word. You know, everyone just says it, but no one really understands it. You know, So let's really look for ones that stick out. Loyalty, trust. I can only think of two. I feel like, to be honest, you can put vibes in there. If you can't vibe with your friend, then what are you guys really doing? Vibes or experience, good experiences, should I say? And then understanding. Yeah, I'll say those ones. You can sort of, I'll just pull vibes as a placeholder, but loyalty, trust, vibes, and then what's the last one I said? My short-term memory is trash, but we're gonna work through it. We're gonna fix it. Yo, I genuinely just forgot. Loyalty, trust, vibes, and anyway, if you remember it, let me know. Um. Hmm. I know I said I wouldn't use this chair because it's squeaky, but I have to take a seat for this one. Yeah, this chair is bad. This chair is bad. But it's the only chair that I have that can come up as high as my desk. That's why I use it. But I'll get a new one. I said loyalty, trust, vibes, good times. Good times and vibes are the same thing. And then I said one more. That's pissing me off now because I said one more and I just can't remember. That's gonna happen here because it's just live. There's no preparation for any of these. It's just me thinking on the spot, trying to formulate something, whatever. And then from there, if I can grow my way of thinking, then it happens. I think obviously the whiteboard helps and it helps a lot. It helps to sort of, I guess, streamline how my thinking is sort of progressing. But because I think it makes it a bit easy because it's like being visualizing on the page, and I guess that's okay. There's nothing wrong. But sometimes I just want to like sit and just have a chat, an actual chat with nothing else on the screen, just me, the camera, and just vibes. Can a streamer really be friends with a viewer? Well, with like smaller audiences, probably. But when you get into like the thousands of viewers, how do you sort of pick each viewer out? But let's say you're gonna come up, someone really messes with you, and you actually do sort of link up and spend time together. Then through that initial process, you can then become friends. But when you have a lot of viewers and you're trying to relate, I don't think it makes sense. No. A friend has to be impactful. They'll have a certain amount of impact on the other person to not choose, but to really solidify sort of the friendship status, I guess. There's a level of impact you have to have in someone to the point where they have that trust and loyalty towards you. Right? And it's not really about proving yourself. It's like somebody does something, right? and they do it just for the sake of doing it because that's the type of person they are. But then there is a bias towards you for some reason. That's what a friend is. It's like, I know this is you and you would do this for anyone, but you go above and beyond to do it for, like, me in particular. So that's what a friend is. You're not trying to change up your attitude to please someone. That's a fake friend. All right? You behave this way, that way with other people, but then when it comes to a certain type of person, you're behaving that way and that way. That means there's some sort of ulterior motive. For a friend, you just, I guess, be yourself, but be more attached in a way to somebody else because you're genuinely looking for the best in them all the way. I think I like this way more than a whiteboard because having a whiteboard sort of makes it feel like a lecture, right? It's good to like map things out, but sometimes, and the reason why I started this in the first place was literally just to, I guess, communicate some things that I've been thinking. None of this is educational at all, but at some point I want it to be. I genuinely want to grow in my ability to think and to communicate with an audience about ideas and to share them back and forth. So the reason why I'm picking like different topics is to just show that anybody can discuss anything. It might not be from a place of like intelligence, but that is the avenue to, get going and get the information you need. Because if there's ever any problem, it can be solved by just going at it. So a friend helps walk with the other party to really fix as many problems as possible, whether it's for them, with them, or whatever the case may be, and vice versa. So a friend is kind of everything any individual would want from another person that is not a I guess, blood relative to them. But a friend is a human being. So that sort of idealistic perfection of the model friend, it just doesn't exist. It's subjective, as I said before. Can you outgrow friends? Or if you outgrow a friend, were they ever friends to begin with? You can share a lot of experiences with people that aren't necessarily your friends. You can. You really can. Does it take a lot of energy to be a friend? I think no. It it looks as if I'm like reading a question. But these are just questions that's coming from my head. Please, when a lot of people start getting in here, then I can actually take questions. But no, this is all from me. Can't really distinguish it, but if there's ever anything, it'll show up on the screen. So I'm here for the long haul. I'm telling you. Going back to like collaborations and stuff, because I think that was my most viewed video. I'm still thinking, but I haven't really been doing, because that's what I do, I think. But outside of my streams, I haven't really been doing too much thinking about, improving them. I think the first thing I need to get is the consistency, just be here on time every time, and then progress further. I don't want this to be like a tool. This is more of a passion rather than something I'm really trying to take like extremely serious. But I do like having goals, and my goal is pretty big. So I just want to, like, for the first couple of weeks, just be here and solidify that, yeah, I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. I'm always going to be here at the time that I said. Even if something happens and I have to leave, the stream will be on. And then if you want to know where I am, text me or be in any of the social media pages I'm gonna open. Right now, all I have is Discord. Still need to get that up, but I will. So I think, to be honest, this is better. Sometimes you just come, just have a chat, you know, nothing too crazy, right? This chair is gonna, I know, I don't watch my videos back, but I know like the VOD is going to be so annoying because of this chair. I think one time I stumbled across like a clip of mine where the chair was just so loud. So loud. So a friend is someone who wants to, seeks to, aims to, and does bring about the best in the person he or she is friends with. A friend is a loyal, trustworthy, great to be around individual that cares deeply for his or her friend, sustain a relationship whereby both parties are consistently elevating themselves. I think that's kind of scattered. I kind of remember what I just said. I read this book on memory, and it's like, how do you get a better memory? And the book was sort of going in this perspective where it's like there are these scientists that are testing sort of chess grandmasters, and it's sort of having this narrative that memory is not really like a talent, it's more of like a learned skill. So there's multiple techniques that this one of the characters created. Not one of the characters, one of the people in the book created, and he was like, there were these memory championships that he won a couple of them, where he would learn like so many digits of pi, learn a deck of cards, or like a deck of cards, but just like a random deck of cards. He would just look at it for a couple seconds and then he'd memorize it completely. And then he was I guess, the narration was done by a journalist that was sort of documenting about what's it called, memory, and this sort of, I guess, US memory championship. The book is called Moonwalking with Einstein. I haven't finished it, but I've read far enough into it to know, not the whole story, but to get most of it. I try these techniques here and there, and they work, but to be honest, it's like everything is work. It's very tiresome. Very, very. I don't know if it's better. I think because me personally, I'm more of a laid back individual. So I'm gonna use a whiteboard because I do like it. But I think for a good amount of streams, sometimes I'm just gonna chill and just, I guess, think and have a convo. You know, I think is where I work best, in my opinion. Okay, because I think I left for like about 20 minutes. So should I stay for another 20 minutes or should I? I don't. To be honest, I do want to have like, see, at the end of the year, just see every single stream that I had and just all like around an hour each. You know? One sec. I'm in the middle of a. Oh. No, I'm in. I'm in. One second. Why did I mute this? I get bothered so often. What can I turn this into? I mean, like, these four corners a lot can be done in it. But you have to be ultra persistent, focused, strategic, and artistic enough to really challenge everybody else that are trying to sort of, I guess, not make it big, but do something in content creation. And I'm just here like, yo, I think. But I feel like, I feel like I'm just laying the groundwork by simply starting. By simply just starting. It gives you a chance for some sort of opportunities to pop up. But you have to just keep going. You have to. There's no stopping it. Pick something, one thing that you want to do for the rest of the year. Just do it. Yeah, this chair is annoying. Brace yourself. Actually. I keep clicking the wrong button. I don't know why. Every time I do that. Should I conclude? I think I already concluded about what a friend is. But for tomorrow, and I think for the next 3 days, it's gonna probably be more of this, right? But I'm gonna try to get a collaboration. I'll try to, and I'll see if I can get more people. I'll see if I can. Okay, initiative for next week is just followers. I want to get like 10 on Twitch. So if I have to poach, if I have to do whatever I have to do, I'll do it. But that, like, you have initiatives and you just do what you can. Because there isn't much I can do. Right? So I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. Let me just read it. What did I say a friend was? Okay, so a friend is someone who consistently who consistently brings about the best version of their counterpart, sort of their friend. A friend is someone who's loyal, trustworthy, great to be around, and should I say supportive? I mean, that's a new word. And supportive. Yeah. So the most important thing is that they get the best in you at all times, always, no matter what. Right. So even if they have to they have to fight you to knock some senses into your head, they will do that. That's a real friend. Friend is not a yes man. Nah. If I have to take you out and that would be the best thing for you, then I'm gonna do that as your friend, respectfully. It doesn't matter how long, no matter what time apart. the experiences that you have spent with that friend of yours. Now that is gold, right? You've identified this person as a friend for some reason, right? What you need to do is think about it. And if you have a bunch of people that you believe could be potentially friends, then I think when you know, you know. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Um anyway, that's it for the stream. And it's been fun. Trust me, these streams are gonna get much, much better. But I'm going to be here every single day at this time. So you be here too. Peace.